Reading comic books on your PC. Many libraries now include graphic novels or comic books bound into trade paperbacks in their collections. But avid comic book readers will eventually run up against the limits of a particular collection. A library collection may be limited in scope, but tens of thousands of comic books are available digitally, enabling readers to track a favorite character, fictional universe, or title across decades of continuity. If librarians have some familiarity with methods of acquiring and reading digital comics on PCs, they will better be able to assist patrons that want to pursue such reading projects. In this tutorial, we will learn about sources of digital comics, including public domain comic books available for free, copyrighted comic books available for purchase, subscription services, and we will learn how to download and read comic books on your PC using a program such as Simple Comic or a browser-based app such as Marvel Unlimited. First, let's review some sources for digital comics, starting with sources of public domain content. Fans of older comics have identified thousands of issues that are in the public domain. Some are in danger of being lost because of the poor quality of the materials used to print them. Fortunately, many have been scanned in high resolution and uploaded to hobbyist websites from which they can be freely downloaded. These websites include digitalcomicmuseum.com, comicbookplus.com, and aibq.com, among others. The most popular option for legal downloads of more recent comics is comixology.com. Comixology allows for purchase and reading of Marvel and DC titles only on apps for Kindle, iOS, and Android devices, not on PC. But thousands of DRM-free titles can be purchased, stored on one's own hard drive, and viewed on PC. Finally, I'd like to highlight the most popular subscription service, and the only one to which I personally subscribe, Marvel Unlimited. For $9.99 per month, Marvel Unlimited offers online access to thousands of Marvel titles such as X-Men, Spider-Man, and Captain America. Titles can be viewed in your web browser or on apps for Kindle, iOS, and Android. Now I'll turn to methods for viewing comics from these sources. Public domain comics, or DRM-free purchased comics, will have the file extension CBR or CBZ. These files are zipped folders filled with JPEGs. The file extension just lets your reading program know they are formatted as comic books. I use a free program for Mac called Simple Comic. Similar software is available for Windows and Linux PCs. I'll use Simple Comic to open a public domain comic called Lucky Duck, which I downloaded from digitalcomicmuseum.com. As you can see, once I turn to the first page of content, the computer screen is too small to read an entire page comfortably. Keyboard shortcuts allow me to switch between view modes. Holding down the Command key and the 1 key gives me the full-size image of the page. Command 2 scales the image to the size of the window. Command 3 jumps to the maximum possible width, allowing the reader to scroll up and down. If the right viewing size is somewhere between those options, Command plus and Command minus will increment the size up and down. Turning the pages and moving forward through the content is easy. The space bar scrolls down through a screen's worth of content, or if all the content on a page has been displayed, automatically advances to the next page. The forward and back keys turn the pages. These two buttons allow you to toggle the reading direction. Western comic books are read in the accustomed left to right direction, but manga and Asian comic books are often intended to be read right to left. One last feature of Simple Comics that makes it easy to read: a right click brings up a magnification loupe. The Marvel Unlimited Reader works pretty much the same as Simple Comic, though it does not have as many different zoom and magnification settings. What it does have is the guided view, which we're seeing now. It automatically focuses in on one panel at a time. This tutorial only scratches the surface of the options for digital comic reading. Tablet apps are great options that come closer to the experience of holding a physical comic in your hands. But if a library patron wants to start reading digital comics, these free and relatively low-cost resources are great places for him or her to start. Thanks for listening.